Please join me in welcoming Carlyn Montes De Oca.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. How many dog lovers do we have in the room? Yes. How many cat lovers? Yay. How many of both? Our growing fascination and love affair with our dogs and our cats couldn't come at a better time. Currently, we have 70 to 80 million dogs in American households and 74 to 96 million cats in American households. What is the similarity between dogs and cats and health? The truth of the matter is that at the same time that our growing fascination is happening with dogs and cats, chronic disease is on the rise. Many of us love our animals, but we limit our relationships to walking them, feeding them, engaging with them from time to time. We don't realize that the seeds of chronic disease are things that our animals can help us with, like decreasing our blood pressure, decreasing our cholesterol, boosting our immune system, diminishing our anxiety, stress, even our depression. In my upcoming book, Dog is My Doctor, Cat is My Nurse, An Animal Lover's Guide to Living a Healthier, Happier, and More Extraordinary Life, I share many dog and cat superpowers. In this talk, I'm going to share with you 5 of those superpowers that can help enhance your health, as well as your human superpower, when combined with those other superpowers, can really boost your well-being and your longevity. The first dog and cat superpower is the most common and one you will probably know: petting. We all know that petting makes us less anxious. It helps decrease our blood pressure. Did you know that it also increases theta brainwaves? Theta brainwaves are those brainwaves that give us those aha moments, those creative insights and sparks. It's also mutually beneficial to your dog and cat for them to be petted as well. Not only is it beneficial, but I also want to say, please do that with respect. If you have a cat, you know what I'm talking about. The second superpower is what I call placement. Have you ever noticed that dogs and cats, especially cats, have this uncanny ability to find places on your body that are sore or where there's pain? Maybe there's an old injury there. A woman who is a health practitioner who was raised in Hawaii told me that when she was young, when she was a child, the aunties in Hawaii would take a cat and place it on a child's stomach when they had stomach pain because they believed that it would pull out the negative energy. I certainly know that my cat's Cody and Jester would always find my weak spots on my neck and my lower back. And once they placed those warm bodies on those areas, they would engage their next superpower: purring. Cats purr for a number of reasons. They purr when they're happy, they purr when they're sick, they even purr when they're giving birth. But the Institute of Fauna has revealed that cats have there is something healing in the vibration of that purr. For themselves, it helps regenerate cell and tissue and create bone density. For humans, it benefits humans because, as you know, when you hear that amazing purr, you're going to start getting relaxed, and it's also going to be bringing down your blood pressure. It's also going to be boosting your immunity. So far, we've talked about playing, placement, and purring. How about, I said petting, sorry, now it's playing. Playing is a superpower that dogs and cats have. So many of us forget about play when we're children and sort of forget about that and never go back to that. But dogs and cats, they are masters of play, and playing increases our serotonin, which makes us feel happier and also creates a boost to our immunity. The fifth superpower I'm going to share with you is something you may not be aware of. It's called mirroring. Kevin Behan, in his book, Your Dog is Your Mirror, shows us that our dogs, oftentimes, their behavior, even when they're acting out, may reflect back something to us about our emotions that we are not even aware of. So, for example, you may be getting mad at your dog and cat because they've done something and you're really mad at them, but so few of us look back and say, hey, what is it that I may be doing that might be contributing to that behavior? I learned about mirroring with my dog, Roxy, who I adopted from the South Central Pound in Los Angeles. It's a high kill shelter. When I brought her home, I soon discovered she had been neglected, abused, mistreated, and because of that, she had aggression. I wasn't going to give up on Roxy, no way, but I did need help, and fortunately, I found it. Cesar Millan, which people know as the dog whisperer, he's been on TV, he's written many books. I was fortunate enough to be able to get into a small workshop with him with 15 other people who had dogs with similar issues. We were at a horse ranch, and when Cesar came out, he said, "Who has the most aggressive dog here?" And everybody pointed at me. He took Roxy and began to walk with her, and he said, "2 more aggressive dogs," and somebody else gave him 2 dogs. So here he started walking with 3 dogs. Everybody else was okay. My dog was going berserk. She was growling and trying to bite the dogs, trying to bite him. She was going crazy because she saw herself getting further and further away from me. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he's just cool as a cucumber, just walking, walking, walking. Next thing you know, all 3 dogs are walking together, as happy as could be. You heard a gasp from everybody, and for me, I almost cried because I felt, wow, it's like seeing your child, who no one would play with, suddenly have friends. Cesar came up to me, and he says, "Now you do it." So I started to walk, and then I hear him say, "Hey, hey, hey, slow down. Why are you so tense?" And I said to him, "Cesar, it's because I know what she's capable of." And he said to me, "You have to forget about that. That's in the past." And for the next several hours, he showed me how my energy, my anxiety, my irritation, my impatience was exacerbating the problem with Roxy. And the more I became more imbalanced with that, the more I became aware of those issues, which weren't beneficial for me either. I needed to get that into balance. The more Roxy started to be better behaved. And this became this mutual mirroring that took place. Petting, placement, purring, playfulness, and mirroring are 5 dog and cat superpowers. But what about your superpower? According to Scientific American, the healing benefits of dogs and cats can be really enhanced if there is an emotional connection between them and their human guardian. What does that mean? That means that you need to develop your ships, your relationship, your friendship, your guardianship of your animals in order to get your superpower in place, your end of the human-animal bond, partnership. Once we develop that partnership and that strong trust and care, then our animals are more than likely to exhibit their greatest superpower, which is probably the greatest superpower in the universe and can help our transformation in every possible way, and that's unconditional love. In ending, I want to really encourage any of you who are thinking about bringing a dog into your life or a cat into your life to please adopt. There are millions of adoptable dogs and cats in our shelters who just want to find a great home. In parting, I want to say, may I wish you and your animals a happy, healthy, and extraordinary life.